強く瓶に詰められた砂粒のよう閉じられた扉錆びついてもう鍵は入らない積み上げた一切はここへ落ちた編み上げた絆はほどけて燃えた誰なのか過去は何も語ってくれない誰も何も教えてくれないどこなのかどこだったのかどこに何を置いてきたんだもう何もどうしても思い出せない I want to I have to I need to go back home away 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 could the place be someplace I belong 全てこの空破壊せしめ色あせた世界に赤き剣で新しい命の傷跡を刻もう青い空が綺麗だなんて誰が言い出したんだこの目には寂しい色に映っているよ無限に続く空が永遠の孤独を思わせるんだ青く青く青くどこまでもこれがこの世界誰が作った世界神はいるのかいないのかいないのならばいそこの手で Represent destruction
Hey guys, good morning. Sandramo, 4 months.
の地獄彼に定められた終末のよ
Good morning.
閉ざされた記憶叫び続けようとも届かない
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Skyrim, no originality. How are you guys?
この手では喝采
What's going on? Fun?
この目では結末を見届けられない
Man, I haven't heard End of Ragnarok in a while. That's a very good song, isn't it? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing really well. Happy Friday listening live stream on Wednesday. That is, of course, today. Today is Wednesday. Guten Tag. It's my first time on my live. It's your first time on my live stream? Oh, well, that's great. Well, welcome in, Skyrim. I hope you're doing really well. Karasu, how are you? How are you guys doing? We're starting a little early today. Just a little early. Happy time zones, Professor. Yo, Mo, are you actually a professor, bro? Und hallo. Hey, Blue, how are you? Good evening from Asia. I'll be streaming Wuthering Waves tonight. I believe the update is tonight for me. So I'll be streaming that at 10 o'clock. I have a pretty busy day, but then most of my work is actually happening tonight. Hey, Mage, how are you? I'm filming a video with Reb Ford, who is the creative director of Warframe. Hey, Freeze! Today at 8 p.m. And then after that, I'll stream Wuwa. And then we wake up tomorrow, and tomorrow is a Bastion OST listen. And then I'm filming another non-gamer. And then Friday, we're playing Crimson Desert all day. Ayo, what's up, Timmy? What's up, Michelin? How are you? Hey, Supernova. And another life when the universe didn't kick me in the nuts. Yeah, that's fair. Good night, Indonesia. Ababil, how are you? Must be hot as balls over there, huh? Eli, how are you? Seal Proof, how are you? Question, is the wheel the same wheel? This is a different stream. This is a different stream than the one you're thinking of. And no, the wheel wouldn't be the same, but this is actually, normally this is a stream that happens on Fridays. This is a Patreon specific stream, but you're welcome to stay. Nome che chiaramente italiano. Hey Zevs, how are you? You got your first opera ticket in years? Wow.
Happy times. Could I get a belated happy birthday?
Of course you can. You didn't have to donate for that though. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, dear Arcadian. Happy belated birthday. I'm going to go up. To you. It's there. It's not perfect. It's there. It's there. We work it. I got to warm up. You use it or you lose it. Happy belated birthday, Acadian, of course. Hello, Seal. Red Card, good morning. I'm surprised you haven't made a video about eugenics songs. Got a jump on the cat bandwagon? Yeah, we're definitely going to do that eventually. I've been sort of sidetracked this week with a lot of stuff. So I haven't been able to hop on, but I'm planning on filming it probably next week. I got you in double audio there. Perfect. Oh, perfect. And without a warm-up is true. Good morning, Jage.
Would love it if you would give the Shukana vs. Mahoraga theme from JJK a listen if you have not yet. The vocals are incredible.
Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah, let's Sakuna versus Mahoraga. Sakuna versus Mahoraga. Maybe that can go on the anime channel. Have I seen the Dune Part 3 trailer? I have not. Timothy Chalamet, the great anti-opera and ballet friend. We shan't use his name in this house. Have I listened to any more Guilty Gear? New Guilty Gear, yeah. Old Guilty Gear, no. The Part 3 trailer has a war chant. Well, good to know. Sucks to suck, Timothy Chalamet. Just teasing. Would you do a Vangan Midnight? I don't know what that is. Conan made a joke. Did he? Hey, Finn, how are you? Hi, Leon, how are you? You've seen operas promoting their shows in defiance to Chalamet. Yeah, he gave opera a little bit of a boost. Have I listened to Blaze Blue? Not a lot. What's that sound? Oh, sorry, it's my fidget spinner. Sorry. It's actually a I spin it and it actually has a little bit of vibration, which is quite nice. Any French people in the chat? I'll be in you pretty soon. Going to Paris for a couple days for my honeymoon. And London and Switzerland. Which I'm excited about. Last time I was in Switzerland was 2019 was when I was in. No Scotland visit. I had contemplated a Birmingham trip. Just not Birmingham, excuse me. Oh my God. Not Birmingham. Oh God. You know the place. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. Muy bien, gracias.
Ever heard of Turbo Overkill?
What's Turbo Overkill?
A great movement shooter with a chainsaw leg lol.
Edinburgh, that's
one of my favorite tracks from it is called Sunset Synthetica.
Turbo Overkill. What game is that? He will be in French people soon? No, I didn't say that. Turbo Overkill. When did this come out? Oh, 2023. He has a chainsaw leg. Ooh, this is a boomer shooter. Oh, that looks fun. Let me add that to the cart. Hi, Lilia. Welcome in. Hope your meetings were okay. Ni hao. You could appear in Handsome Land and not look out of place. Well, Handsome Land is my home. It is today, Tsumi, yeah. Well, I'm glad everyone's in good spirits this morning. We have a pretty busy Patreon live stream today, of course, as we always do. We did tack on a couple songs because of my last week. We'll get through those, though. Speaking of French, did you listen to Angine de Poitrine? No, I have not. YouTube is evil and didn't send my dang message. Unbelievable. Unacceptable. Late May through August is probably the best time to visit Edinburgh. Can't wait for the inevitable Steven Spielberg movie about a kid who has to train to be the best Quake tournament player. That would be amazing, actually. Hello, Cathal Kelly. How are you? React to more gaming OSTs? Well, can you at least say hello? Hi, Annie. How are you? Hello, Marco. I hope you loved my videos in the Make Marco Laugh channel. You know what? I haven't watched that channel in a minute because I don't want to spoil myself. I should listen to God Eater. I've listened to some. Goshina is the goat. React to more hellos. Hello, Locomotion Sin. Locomotion. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the Jacksepticeye video. We had a very nice time. Very good, nice guy. What do I think about the new Slay the Spire OST? You saw me playing Slay the Spire yesterday? No, you didn't. I think you're thinking of Northern Lion. That was not me. You did not see me miss any combos. I did not stream yesterday. You're thinking of Northern Lion. Oh my god, that is so funny. Oh my god. What time? I got it. That's a short all day. That is a short. You're thinking of the other bald man. 14:30. Oh my god, that is genuinely funny. Oh my god. It was a video stream. It still wasn't me. It still wasn't me, bro. Oh my god. Can't believe I got Jack somehow. It was very easy, honestly. I just messaged him on, well, no, it was like I said in the video, it was December and he was saying hello to people on Twitter. I tagged him. He said sure, and that was it. Hey, Arcucci. What a username. Arcucci. Oh my god. Oh. Markiplier, I did email him, yep. PewDiePie, I have not emailed. I don't know if he would be interested, but I definitely will. There's an Eva reference in this Tigrika Resonator showcase. Really? Daily reminder to not be a glory hole. I told my therapist that I told everybody that last week, and he found that very funny. He felt that was. He said, "Listen, don't be a glory hole." Hey, Northern Hollow, how are you? YouTube fan bases when their idols literally. Hey, Jazz, what's up? Jack is so good at winging music analysis. You think he'd been doing it for years? Well, to be fair, he probably has been doing it for years because he, is a musician. The hairstyle really works. What hairstyle? You're off from work, Northern? That's awesome. Have I listened to some Demo and Citus? I have. Not too much. Honestly, wonder if you'll check out for some music from D&D campaigns. It's a little bit tricky because of copyright. Obrigado, Brasil. Como estás? I binged you making some nice food. That was you, right? No, I did. Actually, that reminds me, I need to email Binging with Babish now that I have the Jacksepticeye video. The really nice thing about about the really nice thing about Sean being willing to go on a limb and collab with me is that it does provide me with a little bit more legitimacy for some of the larger channels, which is, you know, not that I'm using Sean. I feel really grateful and I would love to have him back, honestly, but moreover, he's just like a really cool guy. But moreover, I think people see it as social proof that like working with me would actually be enjoyable. Hallo Deutschland, kommt es du? Big time door opening? Possibly, at least for people to maybe be curious. You know what I mean? So I did actually end up on the sign up sheet for Dr. K. I did email Camille Nangiani's publicists, and they actually responded and said that they would let me know. So I'm not going to hold my breath, but it's pretty cool. So fingers crossed that this we can expand that. And then of course having Reb on today will be good for other, like, you know, other devs. You know, I think it's good. And obviously we're doing more non-gamer series and gamer series. Yes, Reb. Yep. I think you'll come to see that the non-gamer series will probably end up being the main thrust of the channel. I have like 30 planned to film in the next 2 months. I think that's going to be the push, because what's nice is that the non-gamer channel, or the non-gamer content, is very stabilizing because it always does well, which allows me to experiment and play and find other things that might be appealing while also pulling reactions and genre videos and stuff. So, you know, there's always the possibility that people will get tired of it, but there's always the possibility that honestly people really want more of it. And so there's a balance there, but I'm very happy that people enjoy it because I freaking love it. I derive such joy from interacting with other musicians. And yesterday I sat down with my friend Alexander Gelf, who's in Wuthering Waves and in Genshin, and she's a non-gamer. And we talked for 3 hours. It was a Patreon suggestion stream, 3/6/2026, YouTube Slay the Spot. Oh my God, Admin Ra. Oh, you mean when I was casually playing? How dare you backseat me from a video from months ago, from the beginning of the month? You son of a bitch. You're right, it was me. But I'm still going to use that as a Northern Lion short, so thank you. It's a good way to bring in the casual viewer. Yes, I agree. And everyone wins. Let's disrupt today's plan and listen to Ace Combat. I love that idea. The baldening continues. That's true. Hey, Juan, another knowledgeable contrarian could be interesting. I might just get Aaron back because he's ready to go. I feel like you and Austin collab. So I just messaged Austin, asked him if he wanted to come back. And then I asked him if he wanted to bring Troy Baker. So we have like a three-person chat about music. Will I play Wuling? No, I won't play any more Arknights. Unfortunately. Marco, morning. My Wii channel just got some fraudulent copyright claims for my Bravely Default VODs. That's annoying. Just dispute them. Low key, Sean inspired me to go get an autism assessment and ended up getting my diagnosis. I've lived 22 years on this earth not knowing that until last year. It happens. I didn't know I had ADHD. Will we ever get a wife reacts? Yes, you will. We'll probably get more than one. Last few videos of Jacksepticeye and such are awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed them, Biden. Hey, Warrior, how are you? Hi, Vsauce. Marco here. A lot of people love those videos. And frankly, other than a few people being like, hey, man, the songs are starting to get repetitive, which, you know, I take with a grain of salt. But I mean, I think that that's valid. So the problem is that the minute I'm going to start to deviate, people are going to be like, hey, how come no XYZ? So there's no winning. But I'm really glad that people enjoy them. I will say that I didn't include. It's been 2 non-gamers now that I've done completely different tracks. I'm planning on doing different tracks for tomorrow. For Reb, we'll see what she brings to the table today. But yeah, I mean, this is a new season of Marco Meatball. Exactly. Hear the Dune chant of the track. I can't, guys. I'll never win with this on. Yeah, it's true. No suggestions. I love that Sean didn't know Ultra Kill. I know, isn't that cool? What did I suggest to my friend with the new PC? For her, I gave her who suggested the Risk of Rain track. Oh, it was Pursuer. So I did a Risk of Rain track. Will Rain Together, which she liked. I did Knights of the Round or Round Table from Ace Combat 0. I did. I can't even remember what I did. We talked for 3 hours. I wish I could do the Doom chant right now, but I can't. I can't. I would simply get copyright claimed to hell. There's no way I could do it. I wish I could do it. Yeah, no, I know. I wish I could do more. But I can't make 18 different channels for all the different music that exists out there. Have I listened to it yourself? I have not. But I will now that you're mentioning it. Are we having Marco cookie meatballs on April Fool? I'm working on it. Today, how do I get a beautiful beard? Testosterone. Gears of War 2, I've heard great things about. Have I listened to the Dynasty Warriors OST? Bits and pieces. I did play a little bit of the newest one that came out. I'm currently knee-deep in Monster Hunter Stories 3. The reason why we moved the Patreon stream to today, guys, is because Friday is Crimson Desert all day until 4 p.m. So I'm going to wake up 9 a.m., go do my VR workout, immediately get on stream, and I'm just going to sit here alone in the dark until 4 p.m. You're welcome to come and hang out, but I'm literally going to be like nonstop. I think I'm going to stream tomorrow night as well at 6 p.m. The minute it comes out, and just play it, because I'm like, I am so ready you have no idea how ready I am for Crimson Desert. I'm so excited for Crimson Desert. Stories 3 has been amazing. Accidentally spoiled all of the last act for myself because I was trying to figure out why I was hitting a wall so hard, but I'm really excited. Have I heard the new Sigrika EP? I have not yet. Spyro 1's OST is interesting. I will be streaming Wuthering Waves tonight at 10 p.m., which is very late for me. But that's 9 to 5 gaming. Bruh, it's my job. I got lucky. I got lucky that I get to do that. So today, I have a hard out at 1 o'clock. So, no, at 12:30. So we got to get cracking. 1 o'clock, actually. It does amuse me as well, Juan. It's only because... you came here early. Yeah, we're in the yap part of the stream. It's because I've been doing stuff though. It's just that I'm not as like obsessive. The reason why I have a hard out is because my wife bought herself a car. So, have I listened to non-game music producers? Frederick, I'm not going to remember that. But I've listened to lots of producers, yeah. Yeah, she bought herself a car. Her first car that she's ever owned. So she worked really hard for that. Hey, Chris, how are you? You should be asleep, but you've made it to a stream. That's great. Andreas, how are you? I'm well, thank you. How are you? So now she can drive away. It's true. What kind? Mazda CX-50. And then the guy was such a good salesman that I was like, I don't need a new car. But let me test drive this shit. And unfortunately, it was a little too small for me. But the Mazda drives beautifully. Mazda, nice car. Suspension's a little bit too low. So it hurts my back too much. But I'm excited to drive hers. But Candy Apple Red. Candy Apple Red Mazda CX-50, which is very nice. How tall am I? In feet, I'm 6'2". What do I drive? I drive a Honda CR-V. Yep, I agree, Gentle, yep. Perfectly good car. She's always wanted a Mazda. She just couldn't get one because she was doing a lot of walking. She used to live in a city. And, oh, hey, Chris. Oh, Chris. Yes. That's right. I think this might be the first stream you've ever made, Chris. Today we're actually listening to your selections, assuming that you're Chris from the Patreon. Red is eye-catching for cops. Just want to say your stream with Jack was fun. You never expected it. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, I had a great time. For those of you that are new who don't know what this is the Patreon live stream. There's a Patreon tier where my patrons suggest video game music. And of course, we listen to it typically on Fridays. It's open to everybody, but yeah. Oh, but you believe red is a fantastic color? I have the Honda CR-V that's like, it's like, what do they call it? They call it like, it's like blue, but like with a little bit of gray in it. I love that color. You know, the Honda CR-V is a very efficient vehicle. And I like it very much. It is reliable. It's a little bit big, but I'm a big guy. So locomotion. All right. Good luck with your sleep. Thank you. Steel blue. Yeah, probably. They look almost the same, except the details are both the same color. I can imagine you walking around there. Marco, look at that guy's name. Who? I know, Locomotion. All right. We've done enough yapping, I think. So today's agenda. Oh my God, red car. Oh, that's why you think red cars. Is that your name? Brand new. 0 miles. Mine has 8,000. Red car likes red cars. Whoa. I never thought about that. Anyway. Okay, guys, strap in. Feel free to do other stuff. You're probably at work today. But if you're just chilling, you're winding down your day, welcome in. Welcome to this live stream. Today we have some really fun tracks. I'm really looking forward to listening to a lot of this stuff. We got Elder Scrolls 4, The Oblivion, Spiritfarer, Shadow of the Colossus, Kirby Superstar, Civ 6, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Against the Storm, Battlefield 1942, Lunar Nights, Nier Automata, Daemon Ex Machina, Siberia, either Wakfu or Islands of Wakfu, Blue Dragon, wow, Blue Dragon, Nappletail, Arcia, what the fuck is this? Nappletail, Arcia, and Daydream. Bro, that sounds like I wrote it. That's so funny. F-Zero GP or F-Zero Climax, Katana Zero, great game, Sid Meier's Civ 6, and Honkai Star Rail. So that's the agenda for today. We are busy. And today's your birthday? All ending in 0? Oh my God, 40. Wow, Key, 40. Wow, Key. We have 2 birthdays in the chat today. One was belated, Acadian, and now happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Key. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey, Gabe, what's up? Happy birthday. Man, you know, sad. I'm glad that it's your birthday. Very sad. There was an opera singer who was my age who passed away that I just, really strange. I friended this person a week ago, sent them a message to be on an On Gamer episode, opened up my Facebook and found out that she died yesterday. Crazy. So sad. So sad. 38 years old. So young. I didn't know her, you know, but I would have gotten to know her. And that's sad. That's very sad. It's terrible. Anyway, sorry, Key. That's a weird segue, but way too young. Way too young. I know. May she rest in power. Horrible. She was just starting her career too. Had just sung at the Met. Had just done, like, you know, really gotten started with her journey and, you know, really hustled her way to get there, and it's just too bad. Well, I didn't meet her, which is unfortunate. Okay. So Elder Scrolls 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Minstrel's Lament. You're animating a really buff Among Us crewmate? Hey, Dreep, how are you? Dreepo. The composer, Jeremy Soule, explained that while composing the score, he did not picture specific characters or events, instead aiming for music that reflected the human condition and the beauty of life. A perspective deepened by a car accident during the process, in which he calmly believed he was about to die and came away with a lasting sense of how precious life is. This is Minstrel's Lament. Minstrel's Ballad? Minstrel's Lament from Oblivion. We will check out the Sigrica EP tonight when the patch is live. For the first time in my personal WooWa history, I'll be streaming WooWa as soon as the patch releases. So at 10 p.m. Eastern. It does say 9 p.m. right now, but it will be 10 p.m. Well, really more like 10:15, 10:30. So... gosh. Goodness gracious. Wow. Gorgeous song. Now, I think I had heard that before, especially that big climax there in the middle. It's a deeply reflective piece, I think, on, knowing the context of him suffering a car accident and coming away with that feeling of like the fleetingness of life is really profound. And I think like you hear that in the music, there's that recurring melody that kind of occurs like that thing that constantly repeats, and it's tossed about with different instruments, and it kind of feels like the passage of time, doesn't it? It feels like, what do you do when time moves very quickly and we cannot chain it, we cannot tether it, we cannot stop it, we cannot block it, we cannot stop, we can't. We are both victors and victims of time. And that piece feels very somber and grounded and sad. But then also there's this moment of beauty, this moment of like, wow, what a life. What a beautiful life. And then we snap back into, but I wish it didn't have to end, or I wish it wasn't like this, or I wish that this, that, or the other. Like there's this constant, it's like a mixture of frustration and admiration. And it is a very, very, very provocative piece that feels very like, there's like a mixture of gratefulness and frustration and agony and despair, but also beauty and grace. It's very interesting. It's a very, very, very deep and thought-provoking piece on like life itself, and the majesty of it all, and the sadness at the same time. It's very, very, very effective. Very effective. And got a gold star. So thank you for that. Spiritfarer, Into the Mines. A delightful little adventurous piece. It reminds me of something I might have heard in an old Zelda game. Well, in therein lies the crux right there. The ostinato, it's actually an arpeggiation. Well, it'll repeat, which will make it an ostinato, but like there's the that's the playfulness, right? That's interesting. So the bass is there's a bit of wandering in that. What's up? So they sync back up. So the little corner, I think it's here. Yeah, it's interesting how in this little corner, as the bass goes up, around it at that part, instead of being in unison and like, come on, let's go together, all of a sudden it flips, and the right hand, in this case, kind of deviates and walks along on its way. It says, I gotta go. You know what I mean? So there's this, wait, no, come back. A little bit of push and pull there, a little tug, which is quite nice. Ding, 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 ding. definitely feel like a sense of wandering in that. Bum, bum, beep, bum, bum, bum. Isn't that pretty? That is delightful. And then it ends a little abruptly, but again, there's a little bit of this, like, yeah, there's a very, like, a playful back and forth there, where it's like, no, I want to go and do my own thing. It's like, no, come here, what are you doing? It's like a parent holding on to their child, and they're in unison sometimes, and then the child says, no, Dad, come on, let me go, and then it's like, okay, no, come back. And so there's a little bit of that tug, which is really lovely when the melody kind of rolls off on its own. Very sweet. A very sweet piece. A despair-filled farewell from Shadow of the Colossus. A valiant defeat is what I feel from this track. Okay. Bum, bum, beam, bum, beam, bum, 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 beam, bum, beam. Yeah, so it's interesting how we start ba-be-dum. So long, short, and that's like such a classical, a classic movie kind of approach where the whole thing is kind of, starts big and then da-dum. It's like, pull out your scabbard, you son of a bitch, ba-re-da, right? That kind of energy is great. And then you get, and that's cool too, because that's the sound of fire, that's the sound of spinning, that's the sound of tension, so on and so forth, right? Oh, this, of course. And it's interesting too, I know this track, of course. Again, long, short. And it's just like, can't breathe, you know what I mean? There's a lot of tension in that. Because then you also have the you have the subdivision essentially, and the two things just kind of interlock like this, which is really great. See, so that's interesting. So then everything syncs up here, and this is when we have sort of like this commitment and this unison, and we go, thoop, and we go, just focus up, right? Because you're looking at the thing and you're like, holy shit, it's a giant thing. What do I do? And then it's like, you know what? I need to rally, and that's actually, and that's all tension, right? Look at that, beep up, and then we legato. Like there's still tension in that. There's dissonance, right? There's tension. And yet we kind of still are like, well, what the hell am I going to do? Thoop, and let me just lock in because of all that beep up. Ah, shit, I don't know. Thoop, body. Tension doesn't go away. Obviously, then we're getting unison there. Okay, so I like this. I do wish that obviously it would just repeat, right? But there's I think the middle section, well, which is ironically the most replayed. I find the middle section to be the most interesting part, to be honest. And Shadow of the Colossus is such an interesting art piece because it, you know, how do you navigate this? You know, how do you navigate fighting against these beings, big, small, long, short, wide? You know, how do you do this, and how do you commit to your like spirit, and just, you know, go for it. It is larger than life as a game, but also as a like a piece of media, and it's just excellent. There's a lot of inherent tension in this, and then there's also again that commitment of the self, which is really beautiful. So you have that juxtaposition, and it's quite sharp. One thing is here, and then the middle section is here, and those two things are interplaying with each other, but they're at odds. And I think that's what makes it such a striking piece. I do wish it ended a little differently, but that's sometimes the nature of video game music. Yeah, really nice. Kirby Superstar, trees in the depths of the earth. Microtones go brrrr. Brains, what the fuck? All right, trees in the... Oh, there you go. Ooh, so this is a little jarring because it's actually kind of uncomfortable to listen to because of there's quite a bit of like it's kind of noisy, which makes it feel like it's off kilter slightly. Like it's microtones is right because and so it'll move down in what essentially feels like half steps or like semitones, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like playing this little dissonance game as it boop 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 boop, and it's very uncomfortable. Even that, so that's a gourmet race motif, and all of that. But it's just slightly off. So it's as if to say like the thing you know that is comfortable and safe actually can also get twisted and messed up. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. It actually feels like it's speeding up too. So that's interesting to me. So within the percussion, it almost feels like they're trying to fit as many notes as possible within the barriers of what the rhythm provides. So the rhythm is in there, and in between it, they're trying to hold on to like as many notes as possible within the given structure of the rhythm, right? So if the rhythm and the percussion is these two my hands, they're trying to fit all the notes possible within this little square. And it's kind of interesting because it's it ends up coming out and feeling very kind of uncomfortable. And the microtone there, So there's a desire there to again. It's actually a warm melody that has then been inverted, and it almost feels like you're playing the record backwards. And the thing is twisted and it's deformed, and so it's flipping on its head, and you're supposed to just sit there and be like, this isn't what I signed up for. I guess I have to just do this. Hey, wait, is this on the SNES or on the Game Boy? SNES. Now, would I say that is my favorite piece of video game music ever? No. Unequivocally, no. It's an interesting piece because it chooses to be defiant of the standard structure that we would infer when listening to Kirby. Kirby Superstar celebrates its 30th anniversary on Saturday. Goddamn! This man is 8 years younger than me. Am I 38? Yes. But I think it's kind of a bold choice to do this twisting. And again, it pivots from the concepts that we associate with Kirby, with green greens and a gourmet race. And there's it's interesting how it just takes it and just, it's like, bro, this is not what you expect. And for that, I celebrate it because it's exciting and interesting. Even though it's not necessarily my most, like, it's not the kind of thing that you would necessarily put on and be like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think so. But it's very cool that it plays with, it's one of those songs that really wouldn't be made today. You know what? I don't disagree with you at all. I think that's a great point. And that is, it's uncomfortable. And it's cool that it embraces its weirdness. Germany, industrial era. Ich hab die Nacht geträumt. I did play, you'll be happy to know there, Eternal Blue, that I did play Jerusalem for my British friend because, well, how can you not? We went into a long discussion about English imperialism during it. Okay, not all Civ songs are uplifting and heroic. This song, which translates to I Dreamed Last Night, is a melancholic German folk song about someone having a worrisome dream that makes them think someone they love may have died. Germany has a lot of abilities and unique units that make it quite strong in combat. So if they have made it this far in a game, they may be reasons for the melancholy, whatever their own or for everyone else. And I will say the German leader is similar. Actually, German music can be quite somber and quite sad. If you look at things like Schubert or Wolf or Schumann, a lot of the, not all of them obviously, but there's also a lot of poetry that deals with forests and nature. Of course, when you think of oh my God, some of these guys, I forgot their names, but who's the big nature poet? I always liked Heinrich Heine. Heinrich Heine was funny. He had a poem about a dog and how, like, a guy is actually just a dog. I remember being like, wow, even back then they were talking about how dudes are dogs. But there's also, was it Metternich? Metternich? Schubert used a lot of nature. I'm trying to think. Schubert und die Natur. An die Natur ist bei Franz Schubert. Süße, heilige Natur, lass mich gehen auf deine Spur. leite mich deine Hand wie ein Kind am Gängelband. But Die schöne Müllerin, as a prime example of this, Die schöne Müllerin is the lovely maiden, the lovely miller girl, and there are beautiful poems in this particular song cycle that deal with nature. The hunter, der Jäger. Is it Morgengruß? I can't remember a lot of this stuff. The Schumann song cycle, that's one of my favorites actually, is called Dichte Liebe. Dichte Liebe. And Dichte Liebe has a lot. This is Robert Schumann, who of course famously fucked up his hand because he kept trying to stretch the range of his hand, and he really messed it up. This is one of my favorites. Aus meinen, so speaking of sad German songs, aus meinen Tränen sprießen viel blühende Blumen hervor, und meine Seufzer werden ein Nachtigallenchor. A lot of love stuff. Und wenn du mich lieb hast, Kindchen, schenk ich dir die Blumen all, und vor deinem Fenster soll klingen das Lied der Nachtigall. Bim, bim. And it goes, that's from my tears there will spring many blossoming flowers, and my sighs shall become a chorus of nightingales. And if you love me, child, I'll give you all the flowers, and at your window shall sound the nightingale's song. And then it goes right into this really fast, nice song called Die Rose, die Lilie, die Taube, die Sonne. Die Rose, die Lilie, die Taube, die Sonne, die liebt dich in alle in Liebeswonne. Ich lieb sie nicht mehr, ich liebe alleine, die Kleine, die Feine, die Reine, die eine. Sie selber alle Liebe wonne, ist Rose und Lilie und Taube und Sonne. Die Rose, I forget. Ich lieb die Kleine, die Feine, die Reine, die eine, die eine. It's Rose, Lily, Dove, Sun. I love them all. Once in the bliss of love, I love them no more. I only love she who is small, fine, pure, rare. She most blissful of all loves is Rose and Lily and Dove and Sun. Just beautiful stuff. Dichte Liebe by Fritz Wunderlich. Yes, it's beautiful. Anyway, so all that to say, German Lieder is it can be quite sad. So this Civ 6 track is probably similar in some ways. Oh yeah, thank you. I love song cycles. That's great, Marco, but do it fart. They do fart. See, and you can hear the sadness in this obviously through the very long sustained strings and there's a lot of tension even within that. A lot of the pull, a lot of the stretching of the taffy. That's a lot of this sort of like a lot of like inherent tension. There's a lot of tension in legato sometimes. A lot of tension sometimes. In the reason why I say that is because even though something is sustained, we can still have energy, right? And that's kind of the goal. Like, you don't want sustained to just be like this. Fucking boring. But if you have like that's a different kind of sustain. That's you never want to start off a note and just have it be like this. It's lame. But if you go, it's way more evocative and way more effective because then it has a place to go. Good morning. See, and even the way that the lower strings, bleak. English horn. Yeah, and the dissonance is there. Body, body, ba, 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 ba. For those of you that are listening appropriately, that's the Harry Potter theme song, not that melody, because I don't remember that melody. But there's a dissonance. Ba, da, 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 ya. Da, da, am I going to play Sonic Unleashed? Bruh, that's already on the channel, bruh. Where you been, bruh? That's been on the channel for a year, bruh. But anyway, yes, I played it. I love Sonic Unleashed. It's my favorite Sonic. See, and then even there, we have that. Well, you know now. It's all there. Go look at it. It's on the live tab. You'll find it. Oh my God, enjoy it. It was so much fun. I think you'll really enjoy it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening. What's up, Lied? Fies, how are you guys? What's up? So even here, body, the dissonance, that then body, da, da, and then we take over and it goes back up, right? And so there's this tug. Beautiful harmony there. Da, 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 yeah. Nice lower body in that. And we actually have momentum here. So it's interesting. It's interesting to me in my musical ear. Body da da ya da da ya. Well, we have the da 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 da. Real intense movement in that lower part. Don't be sorry, it's okay. But if you want to watch it though, the link is there though. And so in that momentum, so it's interesting because we have, but then over top we have that really pain, sad melody that's saying, "Oh my God, what are we doing?" You know, right? Right there. So that actually, you know what I was thinking? It's an inverse national anthem, which is really, really evocative. Did I hear about the animation project in FF9 was revived? It's about Vivi's kids. Oh my God, that won't be emotional at all. Crescendo grow. Right there. And then the bells, the glockenspiel in the back being like, this is not good. It's interesting because it's menace, but it's also, it has two meanings. Either it's, well, either way, it's death and destruction. Now the question becomes, is it death and destruction towards Germany's enemies? Or is it death and destruction for Germany itself? And that is why it's interesting. Because you don't know where it stems from. You don't know what it means. Now, obviously, you might know in the context of the game, right? But like, here's a moment where it's like, have they lost all of their values, all of their morals? We're not going to get into geopolitical conversation here, but just for the sake of music, right? That's a whole can of words. But it's interesting to me that the music represents like almost like forced change, you know? It represents a shift in ideology, a shift in belief, and a shift in the way that we handle and discuss global politics at large within the context of Civ 6. And I think that's very interesting. And it's a beautiful, brutal, broken, agitated, and also deeply morose song, which is very, 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 very evocative and very beautiful. Very, very good. Gold star. Aliens Fireteam Elite Seismic Tremors. At long last, capping off my 8-month campaign of submitting. I bring you a piece from the DLC track. Oh, are you sticking around, Xenomorph? It's okay if you're not. I feel like that name has a very specific intention behind it, which I respect. I bring you a piece from the DLC. The DLC is music structured differently with specific encounters in each level going their own unique music. This is the final level, which came with a proper boss fight and music that I would say matches the energy of the Souls games. You'll know when the boss music starts. Later, dude. Do you reckon we can hear in sound the difference between active transformation, undergoing, and unwanted? Yes, usually, I think the sound undertones will be a little bit more menaced and twisted and turned, and I think you can hear malicious and like shift versus active transformation, which is maybe more positive or a little bit more, the way that a composer will write a shift is different based on those two individual contexts. I think so. Yeah. Was that vague enough for you? Oh, that's interesting. So a lot of pressed. So here it's interesting because there's a natural build up. Wow, you got bam bam bada, right, and I think that's pretty cool because that's building tension. And then it shifts. There's a slight meandering in that. That's cool. Dum 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 dum. So it actually feels like, and this is such a normal occurrence with Aliens music, but certainly with Austin, is there's a bunch of stuff coming out of the wall, and so what ends up happening is you have a couple different ideas here musically. You have the thought of like, bro, what is going on? I'm looking ahead at something, I see something, then all of a sudden, from the sides, that's what it feels like. From the sides, we get this sort of inline and this influx of tension pulling in from our left and our right as we try to, bum rum bum bim bum bum bim bum brum bum bim bum bum bum. You know what I mean? So it's interesting though, because musically, the reason why I say that is because it's kind of all over the place. It's doing like 8 different things. And trying to piece those two together is quite challenging. Oh, cool, Snake. Thank you. It's too bad we can't do a lot of League anymore because Virgin Audio kind of absolutely copyright claimed everything. See, and then you hear the Now, obviously, is that a piece of music that I want to listen to? No. It's sharp, it's jagged, it's uncomfortable, it's intense, it's has a real like press throughout it. Bum 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 bum. It's all sort of unruly and disjointed, intentionally so. Is it pleasant? No. Is it well composed? 1000%. Is it interesting? Also 1000%. It's one of these things where it's like it works so well in context because it raises the stakes, and because it's so interesting to hear classical horror. It's so unnatural at this point to hear horror music created via classical instrumentation, and that is a delight. That is a delight, and that is fun. But you hear how everything feels like it's like kind of pressing down in you and on you, which is really great. Hey Verve, yep, for sure. Good morning, Hmon, how are you? Right, let us continue on. We're all focused here today. Against the Storm, Forest Lights. I wish I had played this game. In the world Against the Storm, viceroys are mandated by the Scorched Queen to venture beyond civilization's only known safe haven, the Scorched City, and retrieve natural resources, goods, and technology for the kingdom. How's my health? My health is good. I'm well, thank you. How are you? The rest of the world outside is wrecked by storms and endless expanses of forest, where instead of the 4 seasons, there are simply seasons of oppressive, stormy weather and the interludes between. This track plays during a drizzle season where the storms have finally receded and begun to fade away. Yeah, no, I should play this. It seems really charming. No. Man, that was really going somewhere and it didn't. And that makes me grumpy, which is okay. Hi, Yoshi. How are you? Mark, I love the collab with Jack. You should give Tubular Bells a listen. It's a long one, but damn, it's good. What's Tubular Bells? I don't even know what that is. Damn. It was really nice. I really liked the piece. I wanted more. You definitely feel, yes, the water and the rain, 1000%. You also feel that there's a sense of stillness. And based on what I understood from the description of that Siren mentioned, I wanted it to develop further because the use of the harpsichord I thought was really interesting. And again, this is such an uncommon trait to use a harpsichord, which is such a squarely Baroque influenced instrument. I am all for moving the harpsichord into a modern era in a big way. And I was like so feeling it too. I was like really moved by it. And I loved the balance between the harpsichord and the piano, sort of this, like they created oddly this sort of symmetry. Oh, I know that song. That's right. Yes, of course. I've heard Tubular Bells, of course. So I like that there was tension laden within it, but there was this sort of inherent sense of tranquility within the tension. And that's something that's really interesting about music, is that we can kind of play in two different emotional scapes. So you can kind of be like this, where like this emotion is some sort of a feeling, and this emotion is another sort of feeling. And it looks like my hands are fucking, but you understand what I'm saying. Like there's 69ing, actually, if anything. You can see how music kind of it's murky, which is really beautiful. Really nice. Wanted more. Just short of the gold star. Okay. Vehicle 4, Battlefield 1942, Sanremo. Out of all the iterations, the original is still king. This is the original Battlefield theme before it was remixed and renamed as the Battlefield theme. Ooh. Hello? It has a name. Wait, the name is Vehicle 4? I fucking love this theme. I love Battlefield 1942 still. I'm gonna sing the whole way, I don't care. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 I love the like subtle tension here. It's fun. It's just amazing, dude. Like, man, I have so many good memories. So when I was growing up, We had a gateway computer. So it's actually kind of a funny story. So I never was a PC gamer simply because we didn't have a home PC. So the first computer I ever got was a hand-me-down from my uncle with Windows 32. And I played like some Flash games on that. Not Flash game, but like it was super, floppy disks. I played very specific, like I remember I have no idea what this game is. The dude had red hair and like a motorcycle jacket, black leather, and I don't even know what the fuck this game is, but I remember putting the floppy disk in. That was Windows 32. And Pino Tortellino, ma vaffanculo questo nome. Hey Baldi, ma che cazzo, come mi chiami? Mi chiami così? Sti cazzi. Che attitudini de merda, veni qui dentro e mi chiami Hey Baldi. Pino Tortellino, sti cazzi. Scemo. What's up, Gazi? Fall down ladder. VV Steam from FF9 is a delight. Yes, I agree. But then I got a Windows, Windows XP, and that was where I played. Hey, Rocky, what's up? That's where I played. That's where I played Battlefield 1942 for the first time, and Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and we had 32-bit internet though, so I couldn't really play with people because I was in a couple like JK2 clans, and I couldn't play with people because the ping was awful, and I would like stutter and shit. Hey Cass, how are you? So it was a mess, but I remember that was my life. But so the Battlefield 1942 theme is very nostalgic for me because then I eventually played Battlefield 1943 on the PlayStation, and that was awesome. More Warframe, per favore? Che posso fare? Non ci stanno altre canzoni di Warframe che voglio sentire. Happy Time Zone to you, Phantom Singer. They might have been directed at me. Might have. Ma perché stai facendo finta che non parli italiano, Pino Tortellino? È ovvio, con un nome come Pino Tortellino non parla italiano. Dai, scrivi in italiano. Non parlo italiano con nessuno più. Gateway had the cow print spots, yes. Marco, I sincerely apologize. Dillo in italiano! Chiedimi scusa! Inchinati! I'm telling Pino Tortellino to get down on his knees and say he's sorry. Oh boy, I've been holding out on this one for a long time in case I ran out of ideas. Uh-oh. This one is a long time okay, so have yet another full song full of sick licks, but honestly deserves better than being on the Nintendo DS. Also, shout out to anyone who cranked this song in Metal Gear Online. Just ban me, bro. I have too much pride. Pino, you need to speak in Italian. You can't come to my channel with a name like Pino Tortellino, literally Pine Tortellini, and not say hello in Italian. I'm so mad. Lunar Nights, Lapless. Wait, what? That was in Metal Gear Online? Oh, you're in Slovenia? This was just one giant misunderstanding then. Amy, good to see you. This has just been one misunderstanding after another. Not only did I call that man out, but I yelled at him in Italian. And he's from Slovenia. Wait, Pino Tortellino, come back. I just yelled at that man in Italian. We lost one. We pour one out for Pino Tortellino, guys. Pour one out. Oh my God, we fucked up. maybe someday Pino will come back and it'll be like one of those when I played Genshin and I yelled at the chat for being assholes about the fact that I was playing in Chinese because one of the characters was an English speaker who was like caught with as being a pedophile. And so someone left my chat, and then months later they were like, "Yeah, I stopped going to your live streams because your voice, you raising your voice startled me and made me uncomfortable." Oh God. I got in a lot of trouble for that stream. I remember because in that stream, I remember being like, you know what? Why don't you go make your own channel if you want to play in English? Oh my God. That's bad, bro. They really think I've become a bad person. It's really funny, actually. Anyway. They said, that's a little insensitive. What do you mean go make my own channel? When the spaghetti stream, I'm actually planning on doing a cooking video for April Fools. That hopefully will be a legitimate video as well. Now you're speaking Spanish. This dude is not from Slovenia. Hey, thanks, Lesage.
I saw your performance of Alicia recently. It was really well done, dude. I'm happy for all your success. It's deserved.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. I appreciate that a ton. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I love me some Alicia, and I wasn't doing covers there for a little while, but well, actually, I haven't been able to do a cover recently just because of some issues with my my arranger. But yeah, man, that's good stuff. I enjoy Alicia. Yeah, it's a good modern French art song for sure. See you, dude. Okay, bro, why are we threatening me about entering the Slovenian border? Don't make it weird. Time out. Time out. We were just having a good time. Now you're threatening me. That's a little weird. Keep it together. Pause. Reset. Reset. Right now you're in my virtual home and you're threatening me. So let's contemplate why we're choosing that and choose a different direction. Bro's out here like, come to Slovenia and it's over. Why? I'm nice. I know they're kidding. You know, I really like that this piece is, first of all, I love the wailing guitar. I don't know if it's my favorite piece ever, but I do love that it's got that sort of like, you know, get it going, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it. You can do it. Is there actual tension between the countries, Slovenia and Italy? I don't think so. But I do think it's fun. I'm sorry that you've run out of ideas, Swan, but I did enjoy listening to that very much. It's not my favorite piece, but I do appreciate how full of energy it is. You know what I mean? Do it. It's the that song is the equivalent of the Shia LaBeouf meme. All right, so Zyvor requested Nier Automata the Tower. I love the Tower. However, did we discuss this? I think we did. It's okay. My favorite track from this game, it goes without saying how gorgeous the rest of Nier. You know, Nier is my own, probably my one of very few 10 out of 10 perfect soundtracks to me that I will listen to throughout. You know, I love Nier Automata's music. I think it's the closest. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. I could listen to every single track in a row and have no problem. I'm trying to think of what other tracks or whatever albums I've ever been able to listen to back to back that are 10 out of 10s. Because I don't even think, maybe Ace Combat 7. Because I don't think the other Ace Combat soundtracks I could do that. I think Sonic Mania, I think, would probably be another one. I'm trying to think what else I could listen to. Maybe Divinity Original Sin 2. Only gaming in this case. Oh, that was the song that I played for my non-gamer friend. Sonic Unleashed with heavy trimming. Yes. Chrono Trigger is very good. Yes. I think that's very close. Hollow Knight is very quality as well. Hey, Clifflaw, how are you? Hey, Fives. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's fine. All right, but let's listen to The Tower. But I think this track manages to perfectly encapsulate the overall theme and story of Automata. I'm not sure if you've ever covered this specific track on the channel or definitely on live streams. But regardless, I'd like to hear any thoughts and feelings about it. Let's do it. Yes. Tower is great. Tower is a great track. You were all over the place last week? Bro, it happens. I started working out again today because I've been letting myself go. I have such a hard time with yo-yoing. I did my 15-minute advanced Fit XR workout. I was like, I could go to the gym, but I'm not looking to get swole. I'm just looking to like keep up with some cardio and maintain some heart health. And I like VR rhythm based like gym stuff. Will I be watching season 2 of Freerun? Later. Probably binge it in one go. I need to keep watching Cowboy Bebop next week. Almost done with the EVA episodes on Patreon. Currently, Evangelion is my favorite anime, with Fate Zero right behind it. I love how slow this starts. Also, the build up here is really important. I wouldn't believe you know. Nier Automata's soundtrack is perfect. But this is such a slow build climax. See, like, so I don't get this very often, but Nier's music is whenever I hear Nier music, Automata specifically, I will tell you I never finished it the proper way, which even more motivation. I played 3 endings. I didn't do is it 2 more times? No, I don't think I ever finished the 2A stuff. Because at the time I didn't fully understand. I was really enraptured by it. I did everything in the first playthrough. And then I played the second time and I was like, okay. And then I remember, I think I started, I was in opera school. So I don't think I had like, I used to know life games a lot harder. MGS5, I know lifed when I was in opera school. Monster Hunter World, I know lifed base Monster Hunter World. Super no lifed it. This, I thought I no lifed it. Persona 5, I got 35 hours. This was all like within a very specific time period. The Witcher 3, well, no, that Witcher 3 came out in 2014, which I no lifed. I played that like it was my job. And then I even brought it to my opera program. And I played that every day. Whether there were people at the house or not, I was playing The Witcher 3. I remember this because someone who had never played games before, I remember being like, yo, check this out. And we did what's the sign that does the push? Not Igni. Yarden? No, that's the trap. But anyway, he like turned off all of the candles in the space. Ard, yeah, thank you. And yeah. The other 2 endings take like 30 minutes to get. Well, listen, I'm looking for an excuse to replay Nier Automata. So like, let's not shame and let's just go for it. Maybe we just replay. Because my point is that whenever I hear anything from Nier, it just it gives me this urge to keep at it and like redo it. I don't get this very often. The Witcher 3 is one of my top 10 games. I played one ending. I was super happy with the ending I got. It involved Ciri. I was very pleased. Never went back. Depressed me too much to go back and play. Because I was like, I'm done. 500 hours. But fucking Nier Automata, though, oof. Rename from Marco Meatball to Marco Lean Ball because I look like a snack with that bald head. Bro, mind your own business. My wife's like, ayo. My wife will kill you. Just kidding. She won't kill anybody. But she is Filipino. So be warned. You remember hearing about a Kevin Penkin interview? Is that coming soon, brother? That's been out for 2 months. My wife is good comedic audience. No, you guys. Horrible. Hey, Smug. What's up, Smug? How are you? Good to see you. Heyo. Have I played Stellar Blade? I have, yeah. I played it when it came out on the PS5. I played that to Within an Inch of Its Life. I love Stellar Blade. I tried to play it again on the PC, but again, I get so like, once I play a game, it's very rare. That's why Resident Evil 9 was crazy, because I kept going back, and I've got to finish this third playthrough. But now with mods, with the way things are with the PC, man, the mod potential, like I just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do unlimited ammo, unlimited health, just barreled through it. Marco, we got all lives. We ain't omniscient to the postings. Bro, what do you mean? Isn't the bell turned on, Jazz? You don't get the notification on your phone? I thought, Jazz, you come into so many streams, I would have expected the bell to be on. Why isn't the bell on? Why isn't the bell on? Why isn't the bell on? Can someone ping, not ping, I got you, hold on. I interviewed the composer behind Made in Abyss music, so it's from 3 months ago already. It didn't do super well, which is probably why it was never served to you algorithmically. Could the mods share the Kevin Penkin interview with the chat? I have a botnet dedicated to catching the nanosecond you stream so I can look. That makes me uncomfortable. Here's the link for the Kevin Penkin video. Hey, what's up, Bird? It's so good to see you. All right, let's keep going to the tower, because we got to go pick up my wife's car here in a little bit, so I want to make sure we get through everything. Thank you, mods. You weren't shaming me. I didn't think it... You could not shame me if you tried. It wasn't my intent to shame. I know that the game is very long, which can be off-putting. I just wanted to ease potential overbearingness of 2 more endings. I didn't realize it was only 30 minutes, actually. So, you're welcome. So, in that case, I've been looking for an excuse to replay Nier and actually, like, do that ending, you know, with the weight of Yorha, and I feel like my entire community would enjoy that very much, including me. Hey, what's up, Nigo? I'm sure we could shame you if we really tried. I'm trying to think, what could you shame me for? You could shame me for doing a Last War survival ad, which I've already shamed myself plenty of time. You could shame me for doing a BetterHelp sponsor, which I've since never done one again, never received another one. I would do a Talkspace ad, though, because I use Talkspace and I really like it. You could shame me for being overweight, I guess. Let's not. Cadian's like... Actually, the Last War survival ad, I got brutalized. That one was rough. That one was bad. People were like, you should be canceled. How could you do a fake game ad? And I was like, it's a real game. I even downloaded it. No king was ever skinny. That's... Bro. Thank you. That's very nice. That's fair. That's true. I'm That's awesome. So it's actually also a game, yeah. So Last War, I looked into it before I said yes, but that wasn't enough integrity for the internet. The internet is very... See, here's the thing. The internet is your best friend or your worst enemy, no matter how you swing it. And you got to be super careful, because one day you're on the mountain, the next day you're in the dirt. And just to be fair, like, there's, you know, for every good, There's also the inverse. And boy, people love, I mean, look, we've talked about this about Smooth McGroove. Smooth McGroove did one sponsor because he's been getting copyright claim to shit. And he doesn't deserve that because his stuff takes so much work and so much effort. And I tell you, you go to that video where he did that ad and he was eviscerated. And it's like, bro, people come out of the woodwork because they feast on it. There's a video of mine on Billy from a Genshin reaction. Literally every single comment disparaging, brutalizing my character, spreading lies and inaccuracies. And I'll tell you, it does not feel good. It does not feel good. It feels very bad. And you kind of have to just take that and be like, how much of that is true? And all that to do is like, you know, like it's rough out there sometimes, you know, life does suck. Life is also beautiful, you know, there's a double, you know, there's a double in everything. Life sucks and life is beautiful. You know, life can be pain. It can also be beauty at the same time sometimes. And so how are you supposed to navigate life when you literally don't know? I mean, like it's really tough. And this is the power of music. Music can really help us. I remember there were lots of times in high school where I would put on the Eagles. And I remember, you know, I want to fly like an eagle to the sea, fly, you know, not to pander, obviously, but, you know, everyone's life is different. But like there were, even in the process of my father dying, there were still beautiful moments. Not his death, right? But spending time with my father, laying in bed with my father when he told me that I was the joy of his I have it written right here. Sei la gioia del mio cuore, dei miei occhi sei eccezionale. My dad, literally in the throngs of losing his battle with cancer, still laid in bed with me, and he said, "You are the joy of my eyes and my heart, and you're exceptional." And I will never forget that. Although I fucking showed this picture to my mom, and it says Papa, just because there's no accent over the A, Papa, which means father in Italian, but Papa means Pope. So the quote is, "You're the joy of my heart and my eyes. You're exceptional, the Pope." And my mom was like, "That says Papa, not Papa." And I go, "Mom, what the fuck?" It still counts. Oh my God. My fucking mother. I asked her if she wanted to come on the channel, and she resolutely said absolutely not. And I was like, "Mom, I would make $1 million." And she goes, I don't care. And I go, "Mom, you don't understand. Are you kidding? You would blow the channel up." "I don't want to be a part of that." "Ah, what the fuck, Mom?" I was like, "You don't want me to make money." She said, "Absolutely not. I will not be a pawn." "I want to be a pawn in your game." I was like, "Mom, I would never have to work again." She goes, "What could I possibly do there? What? I don't have anything to say." Literally, that's what she said. That's what she sounds like too. "I don't have anything to say." I go, Mom, are you kidding? You and me on the channel listening to music? Not guys. Anyway, yeah, no, but through you know, through unbelievable pain, there can be unbelievable beauty, you know. There's no, she doesn't know anything about video game music. I go, "Mom, you love BTS. You love BTS. I will play you Korean pop songs that are in video games. Please, we can talk about BTS. Are you kidding? There's some crossover there. Come on. We can literally talk about how much." "No, my guy. Mom, fuck." "You don't understand, Mom." She doesn't want to. It's fair. I'm not going to pressure her. Anyway, non-gamer's mother. I would say I The title would be, I forced my mother to listen to video game music. Bro, it writes itself. This would be a 1 million view video. We're this close. Who wouldn't watch it? Who wouldn't watch it? We all want validation from our mothers and fathers, unless we have therapy and are able to, not care about that. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah, through great suffering, there can be great beauty. And I will say that when my dad died, and this channel sort of, I was able to start this channel. I was able to buy a car. I was able to, pay for rent. I was able to pay off my debt. The last thing my father ever did for me, we had an apartment in Italy that we'd had since I was a baby. That originally my parents were supposed to live in. Then a whole bunch of stuff happened and we moved from Italy to the United States, which is why, I lived in Italy as a child, so on and so forth. And I'm not like loaded or anything. Oh, I had an apartment in Italy. I don't mean it like that. But like, we were fortunate enough that my grandfather had bought an apartment for my father. And we lived there briefly when I lived in Italy as a child. And then, we rented it out. And then when my father was passing, when was really sick, we were like, hey, we need to sell this because we don't know how to handle this. Like, this is, this is your business as a father. Like, it's my father's responsibility. And so through that, I was able to pay off my student loan debt. And he gave me, through that horrible loss, my father gave me a second chance. I'm so indebted. So, would I rather my dad be alive? Yeah, absolutely. But through that loss also came beauty. And then that's the hardest thing about loss, is that like not all of it is inherently bad. You also grow. Like, I had to learn what it meant to father myself. There's something that happens when my dad was I don't want to get too laborious into this, but my dad was my sort of protector and also my OCD reinforcer, which is a separate conversation. Mental health issues are tricky when someone wants to give you a lot of reassurance, especially with a mental disorder like OCD, which thrives on reassurance. Be like, well, you're going to be fine. How do you know? So for OCD, I've had to start being like, yeah, I don't know. That could go badly. And then usually my brain is like, no, it won't. Whatever. Every time I get on a plane, I'm like, this plane could crash. I could die today. Well, that's not the goal. I could. It probably won't. You don't know that. That's how I have to like play the game, to be like, you're fine. Whatever happens, happens. If you die, that sucks. But ideally that wouldn't happen. That's not the goal. But my dad, was my protector, my savior. Something weird happened at 4 a.m. Who am I calling first? I'm calling my dad. So when my dad died, I had to really become a parent to myself, a father to myself. And what does that look like? It's really difficult. It's so difficult to be an adult. And some of you have children, and so maybe it's a little bit different for you guys. But like for me, I still feel like I'm 22, 25. Like I still feel very young mentally because I don't have children. And so I've had to learn how do you take responsibility? How do you become a parent to yourself? And it's incredibly difficult. It's incredibly difficult. It's already difficult enough to parent children, but imagine also then having to parent yourself. It's very tough, but that's like a thing that I really had to learn. Like when I started taking medicine for my OCD, like that was a real pain point, not only because the OCD was blocking me from doing it, but also because my father was pretty anti-medicine, not in an aggressive way, but he was like, come on, you can push through, white knuckle it sort of man. And come to realize white knuckling is actually a terrible thing you should do. And medicine can actually help depending on the circumstances. Please don't mind me getting very personal. Obviously I don't mind. My boundaries are pretty thin, but I have some boundaries. But so all that to say is like, when I decided, I need to take care of myself, I need to take responsibility for my health, whatever that looks like. Mentally, specifically, because I was like having panic attacks and all that other stuff incessantly, electric shocks and whatever. But yeah, I had to like take initiative. And I didn't learn how to do that until my father passed. And that was a brutal wake up call to be like, okay, Marco, you like, how are you going to navigate being an adult? And so through that loss, I think I would still be a little bit behind on that journey if my dad was still alive. So painful, sucky, but also positive. Very weird. Very weird. See ya, Jazz. Oh yeah, totally. Whoa. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on such a hardcore pivot, but hopefully that was interesting, and at the very least, hopefully, we're all just cruising. But that's my little spiel. If I could invite more VTubers, I want to invite Michi. I'll probably try her again. Yeah, no, I'm all about having a good time. But see, this is the power of Nier Automata. You got Expedition 33 and Final Fantasy 15 at the same time. Which game should you play first? I'm a 15 apologist. I think 15 is incredibly charming. I don't think the story is nearly as good as Expedition 33. So I say you play 33 because that's about 40 hours, give or take. And then you go and play 15, assuming that you're going to do those back to back. I love Final Fantasy 15. And I think it's worth the play. But the story is a fucking mess. like you got to watch like a movie. You got to read a comic. It's the dumbest shit ever. But it is a gorgeous game. And I didn't do any of those things. And it's super fun. Sorey collab. Oh my God. Her model is so exquisite. I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle it. You're welcome. I don't think I could handle it. I'd be like, Je suis un petit bébé. Je suis un petit bébé. I couldn't do it. Anyway. All right, let's go back to the tower. Her accent is divine. Narissa Ravencroft? You know what? I could probably make that work. I'd have to figure it out. Who did I email the other day? So I emailed Moist Critical again, Healthy Gamer GG. So I'm ready. I gotta write to their Google form. So technically, I'm on a short list for mental health discussion with Dr. K about music. That would be fantastic. Dr. Mike, his producer, reached out. Camille Nangiani, Henry Cavill, I need to email Brie Larson, Charlie Cox, Post Malone, Markiplier, I emailed. I need to email Wooly Versus. I need to email Pat Stares At. Hopefully together. Thanks, Jacques. I appreciate that. T-Pain. Does T-Pain game? I would invite T-Pain to listen to video game music with me. Oh, Dan. Yes. Dan TDM. Yes. Max Dude. I don't think that's going to happen. I would totally chat with T-Pain. Are you shitting me? I'll definitely email T-Pain. Happily find his publicist information. Gustavo Dudamel, I emailed. I'll see if Sean wants to come back. T-Pain played Animal Crossing with his wife. Liam Triforce, okay. PewDiePie. I mean, PewDiePie, I'm tempted to, but I don't know. PewDiePie has been in the game for so long that I don't know if there's if he's got I assume people like PewDiePie. I don't know anything about like this. I know that he's got into some heat for random things, but he's also, yeah, he's not really like in a gamer space anymore. So I kind of am like, yeah, I would love to get Edmund on to listen to the Mugenics OST with him. So, but I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'd love Markiplier. Markiplier would be a huge one. Would be a huge one. If I got Markiplier, I would feel like, damn. And the thing about Sean is that Sean was really easy to reach out to because Sean is a really deeply open-minded person, and he's also going through like his own like journey, right? So it's kind of like, you know, I feel like Sean was good. Max Dude, I've reached out multiple times, and his manager doesn't work at the management company anymore. So that's a dead end. Iron Mouse I've been wanting to get on, but she's insanely busy. Sea Dog is another one. Gigook is another one. I'm always percolating. I emailed Northern Lion and I was like, hey, we're both bald. Probably not the best intro. Moist Critical, I've emailed his manager like 3 times. I just did a 4th with the social proof with the Jacksepticeye video. If I even got one of these people, that would be cool. Did I reach out to Babish? I reached out to Babish. Yes. Also made a bald joke. I need to try again with Babish. I don't know Joey. Is Joey the Australian? And I reached out to Matt Mercer. I reached out to Matt Mercer's Critical Role person that is in the email. So I really think, Germa might be funny. Yeah. Evan Call would be great. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, let's keep cracking on because I have Nick. Nick I reached out to, and Nick is very busy, but we're going to circle back probably when I get back from my honeymoon. So over the summer. Because we met at TennoCon 2 years ago and we had a great time, but we didn't get to talk too much. So I know that he had been wanting to catch up with me anyway. So, okay, Uncle Roger. I did see that. That was really funny. Aaron and Dan? Who are those people, Gabe? I appreciate the suggestions, though. I'd love to get Drumroll Tony on the channel. And I'd love to get Davi back on the channel. Honestly, can I be honest? Can I be honest with you guys? Like, I really want to stop being busy and I want to continue to be productive. And writing emails to these publicists the other day made me feel so productive. I love being busy. I love being productive. Ideally, they're both. You know, I love this stream with you guys. I love streaming a game that people are really passionate about, that I'm also passionate about. That doesn't ever feel like work. It feels like I'm being productive while also being busy. I absolutely, and this is part of the reason why I had to make some adjustments to my schedule, because I felt like I was becoming busy and not productive, and that really bothers me. Game Grumps. Game Grumps would be fun. Oh, thanks, Montiero. I'm glad. Yeah. I hope he plays Ace Combat. Aaron and Dan are the Game Grumps would be fun. Hey, Yonder, what's up? Felicia Day. Okay. I finished a lot of games. Yes, I've been really changing. Because, people bitched at me. They were like, well, Marco Meatball tries to finish a game challenge. Impossible. Watch me, bitch. So now I finish every game I play. You know what I have been finishing? I started playing again is Pokemon Sword. Pokemon Sword, now that the Nintendo Switch got that little update with the boosting from the Switch 2, got the boost for the Switch 1 games so that they look like how they play on the TV. Bro, now is the time to get a Nintendo Switch 2. These old, bro, even Xenoblade Chronicles doesn't have that stupid, like, scratchy quality. Xenoblade Chronicles, I started playing my save that on my Switch. It looks so good. And Pokemon Sword looks amazing now. Whereas when I tried to play it like a couple months ago, it was so grainy and everything was tight. Blech. I should invite Mozart. That's a great idea. Sure. All the way it goes up. It's almost a love song. And so the thing is, so this whole thing, that is just a cascading down, right? And it really feels almost like a love song. Have I tried Fire Emblem? I played one route of the 3 houses. It's a little bit too much for me. Oh my God, Gabe, that is a genius fucking idea. Wait. Oh my God, Gabe, you are a fucking genius. What if I hire like old class? Do they exist? Does a Mozart impersonator? Oh my God, for hire. Wait a second. Hire a Mozart Symphony Orchestra. Oh, this is way too complicated. Oh, that sucks. There's no like... That's fair, AFK. Oh, reenactor. Let me try that. Hold on now. Wait. Classical composer reenactor. No, it's way too complicated. Oh my God. But low key, I would bring Beethoven dude, I would oh my God. I would bring on a Beethoven impersonator slash reenactor, and I would be like, "Hey Beethoven, bro, that would be so much fucking fun. Are you kidding? I would force a Beethoven reenactor to listen to video game music, because they have to be educated musically to want to reenact as Beethoven. I got to do some digging. I think that would be fucking hilarious, because then we could get into it about Beethoven. Bro. Oh my God. Then I get a Salieri impersonator, have the other one come on. Oh my God. This is like a genius skit, dude. Oh my God. Isn't he supposed to be deaf? Well, this will be pre-deaf. Oh, okay. Go ahead and close the door. My wife said she didn't want to hear me anymore. If he doesn't like it, just say, well, you're deaf, bro. So oh my God. After mom, I got to get mom on. It's true. All right, let's keep listening. No, but that's actually like... Also, I'm so sorry. I'm so incredibly sorry to Zyvor. I do love this soundtrack, and I'm not trying to stop constantly. However, I'm in a yap moment. Bear with me. I do have to keep moving though, because we do have to go get that car. I think that would be genuinely a very, very good idea, because it would also expand into classical, and it would also be extremely meme. And I think that would be such a genius, fun way to have an educational discussion with a composer that is alive that also has massive, massive clout. Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, like any of this, mostly Mozart, Beethoven. If I could find reenactors that actually like know what they're talking about with that music, I'm sure it exists. I think that would be a genius way to both learn more about those specific composers and also play them video game music. And people would think this has got to be a joke. Nope, that's actually fucking Mozart, sort of. I just think that would be amazing. I love this track. Back on track. So the thing is, The Tower is probably one of the more unsexy songs of Nier Automata, and that's really like, it's still super sexy in and of its own. But what I find really interesting is that the whole thing, it kind of is a natural buildup, and what it is it's laid in tension throughout the whole thing. So even though there's some beautiful melody, as we've come to understand Nier to have, there's this kind of, it's elongated, but there's these little peaks and valleys where things kind of shift, and there's a little bit of raising of the stakes, and then it kind of resets. But the through line is this flatness, and that's what makes it so evocative, I think. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. All right, Daemon X Machina, Inherit the Stars. The loop is at assignment answer, composer Akihiko Ishikawa. What was the assignment for you, Tom? It was it a jazz? It was metal jazz. What did I give you? What was the assignment? Oh, classical. It was classical jazz? No. It was a fusion between, what was it? Tom asked me what I wanted to listen to. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Oh! Oh no. Fucking banger. I'm going to play that for a percussionist. So tomorrow I'm having my friend Jamie, who is actually the voice of Thatcher in Rainbow Six Siege. He is a non-gamer, despite obviously being in some games. And so I'm going to play that for him for sure, because that shit smacked and it was very percussion heavy, and I think he would enjoy that very much. But he trained as a percussionist. So yeah, that'll be really fun. This game has been on a short list for best point-and-click adventure of all time. If you like masterpieces from tiny independent French game studios, here you go. Are you coughing because you're a part of the dev team, or because you're mentioning Siberia? This is Valadlien. Valad, Siberia. Today's Wednesday, but I'm playing Crimson Desert all day on Wednesday. So today is Friday. Oh, wow. Don't forget that the Thomas and Friends game is out now. Don't forget about that. See ya, Astra. Astra. It's very subtle. It's a very interesting piece because it's very, it's very somber, contemplative. Ba-dee-da, ra-dee-da, ba-dee, ba-da-dee-da-dee-do. So it's somber and it feels kind of all kind of suspended in midair, kind of like, what the hell is going on? And then that melody, that the only real melody that plays, it's a very chill kind of pulled back piece. It's not my favorite because it's kind of static, but at the same time, it feels like we are kind of contemplating what the hell has been going on. You know what I mean? And it's lovely. And yeah, I mean, Siberia has always been a game that, there's 3 of them for God's sakes. Me ask again, what doing? We listen, music, fun. That what we do. But yeah, I mean, a very, very simple, very nice piece. Let's listen to The Islands of Wakfu Sanctuary, a spin-off of the above-mentioned MMO, one of the first themes you hear, marking the beginning of a journey. Of the journey. Oh, that's pretty. Wait, Wakfu is an MMO? Lobby core. That's actually kind of a nice way to Wakfu. The strategic MMO with real environments. Oh, just got a new update.
Hi, this is Kit.
14 years ago. Wow. Tactical RPG, but MMO? That's really interesting. Who's that? That's MMO Huts. Oh, they haven't posted in 3 years. No.
Watched your video on scary video game music and saw you reacted to more so in Ace Combat 3. I highly recommend Zero Sum also from AC3. I consider this higher caliber of spookiness greater than 3.
Thanks, Corbett. Okay, we'll note for a future video for sure. Well, we'll be playing Ace Combat 3 here imminently. Definitely before end of May, so... Yeah, I like how peaceful this was, and it felt. It's interesting how it was a very inviting. Like, come into this world, come into this space. Let me show you how beautiful it can be. Let me show you how peaceful your life can be if you step into this domain. And let me pull you away from the. Well, it's called sanctuary, so it makes sense. But there's a real quality in that of like, hey, I got you. You know, really beautiful, really beautiful. Eternity from Blue Dragon, an old RPG. Made by Uematsu. Yep, that's correct. Vocals written by Sakaguchi. Yep. And sung by the Black Sabbath Deep Purple singer Ian Gillan. What kind of an oddity is that? Well, an oddity that's stuck on the Xbox, and that's a shame. I can't lie. Okay, I like this part.
Rays burning through the clouds, down from the sky, up above. This is the beginning. Here's where all gets started under the sky above. This is the beginning. Here's where it all gets started. Hear what you learn to love.
Am I? Is it? Does that not sound good? That doesn't sound good. Like, that's bad vocals. Vanyar. Like, this is a crazy theme, but these vocals are off. Like, it's right. Right? Like, no, but in truth, like, I'm not even being rude. Like, it feels... Gillan was definitely pretty old when this was made. That's what I'm pointing out. Because it feels like... It feels like in the upper register especially, we still have some of that old quality, but there's a very wide vibrato. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, hold on. Like, I feel like this is like the ultimate evolution of prog rock though. So it's kind of interesting to have that like sort of organ sound in the back coupled with the guitar. And I think it's so cool to have Sakaguchi writing the lyrics as well. Yeah, it's definitely not at his prime. I dig that.
This is the beginning. To live it's all been started under the sky above. This is the beginning. Move on, it's all been started. Feel what you learn to love. Feel it all in your eyes, showing you what you can see. Reaching hands, you are blind, staring down eternity. Feel it all in your eyes, without you can see. Searching hands, you are blind, staring down eternity.
Okay, yeah, so this is better. So this is less so it's interesting. in this case, the words, so this is interesting actually. The words are pointed, and so everything is right. So this area, okay, I gotta keep this not too long of a rant, but so in singing, functionally, okay, how am I gonna do this? Short and concise. The basics of singing are pretty straightforward. You take a breath and you expand your rib cage left and right. And then you're also expanding the back. Yes, this is the England. Yep. As you then carry that breath up, obviously the diaphragm is the main sort of muscle that we use. Well, it's not muscle, but like it's the main, oh God, how do I explain this to you? Essentially, the column of air goes up through the vocal cords right here, up through the mechanism, the hyoid bone, the larynx is here, obviously, all this stuff. And then it comes up and out the nose and the mouth. This part is the oropharynx. This part is the nasopharynx. And all of this is all vibratory, sinuses. All this stuff is just hollow, and it vibrates and it produces resonance and sound. Okay. At its basics. Okay. Opera, we raise the soft palate. And if you think about your throat and your mouth, the hard part behind your teeth is the hard palate. The soft, fleshy part where your uvula is, that is your soft palate. In opera, I don't know how this works with this type of sound. You raise your soft palate, usually with a cool, if you do a cool breath of air, if you go, try this at home if you want, not at work, don't be a weirdo, but if you go, that actually automatically raises your soft palate. Now the goal is to keep it sustained. And that's how we produce, mind all the gunk on my chords, because, I don't practice anymore, but raising the soft palate does this, okay? We raise the soft palate. That's a soft palate sound. I'm also lowering my larynx. And I can actually, it's all basically the beginning of a yawn. That's another way to get to the raised soft palate. So this sound that you're hearing right now, this is my soft palate raised. Oh, yes. That's the soft palate raised, right? This is interesting. This singing is interesting because this singing is all right here. This is the beginning. Obviously, I haven't drank any water in like an hour. But it's all it's all right here. See ya. It's all in the mask. And we call this the maschera. The mask. This is the beginning. So it's all very pointed here, and it's very mouthy because of all the words. This is the beginning. Right? That's very different than this is the beginning. And you can hear the inherent tension while trying to raise your soft palate and produce a sound that has a lot of text. Right? So anyway, actually this part was better than the previous part.
A light shining on my heart.
A light shining on my heart. It's all very articulated.
Memory of forgotten love.
And even that memory of forgotten love. It's all very mouth manipulated.
Rays burning to the cloud. Down from the sky.
And that's false folds, I'm pretty sure. But see, but that doesn't do him any favors. So part of it's the writing, to be honest. It really doesn't do him any favors. Like this sounds pretty rough. That soap is coming. Like he's not able to get over the top of the chords. And then it says, whoa! It's very interesting.
No time for beginning. Finish what you started, finish what you left.
And it's also not solid on the chord, the pitch center. So what's ending up happening is it actually sounds like he's shouting rather than being really locked in on the individual shifts of the notes. Again, I'm not disparaging. The dude had a huge career. Obviously, it's Uematsu and Sakaguchi. Like, I'm not in a position to be like, that fucking sucks, because I don't think that. But I do think that this is not serving it's kind of a mess. Like that's cool. But like that's cool because wow, all that stuff is super dope because it's also the way that the guitar lick and riff is there. That all is in tandem with that, so it actually is really satisfying. Right? Like that's cool. Yeah, I mean, an interesting song to listen to. Definitely interesting. I wish I knew this song existed, Vanyar. I wish I knew this song existed when I introduced vocal songs to the vocal pedagogy and speech pathologist that I had on my channel that I just filmed my episode with. Wendy, she's the woman that actually saved my vocal folds. We would have had such a chat about this. Really cool. Really interesting. And also, like, no, it's okay. I didn't even know it existed. But this would have been such an interesting conversation because I think the song itself is fine. It's just, it's interesting. You know, we talk about the aged voice and we talk about, you know, how things, you know, kind of naturally sort of start to sound. So anyway, really cool. All right. Napple Tail, Arcia, and Daydream, A Guitar's Rhythm. Happy Women's History Month. This game was made by an all-female team, including its composer, Yoko Kanno. I haven't heard of this game until recently, but I'm a fan of this music after discovering it. Sadly, despite an English translation patch, Japan's regional lock needs to be broken to enjoy it outside the nation. This looks to be an Infinity Nikki on Dreamcast. Gameplay and video. Let's check it out. Oh, gorgeous. Wow. Nipple World. Oh, Napple World. Different game. That's not even funny. I don't know. I've heard some Vindictus. This is lovely. Beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop. Wow. Holy fuck, that's nightmares. Piero? Oh, wow. Kind of like 1970s orchestral. Feels, you know what? It feels like Hollywood jazz. Like, it's very interesting. It feels like 60s, 70s Hollywood, Los Angeles, but sweeter. And it's interesting too because it's kind of meandery, but it also delivers on a sort of a core of peacefulness. Like the ba ba beep, ba 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 beep, ba ba ba, you know. And then here we pick in with the I forget what the name of this cymbal. But it's very floaty and flyy and very light. Almost like her skirt would help her, like, oh, that person fell. Especially here with you get the woodwinds kind of in unison there with the clarinet and stuff. Again, that has that similar kind of, I don't know, it just feels very La La Land. It's quite beautiful. That's a gold star. Thank you very much. That's a very nice one. That's definitely a piece that I would enjoy playing for a non-gamer to give them kind of like a different edge to video games. All right, let's do F-Zero. Let's do F-Zero GP Legend. Theme of the late game racetrack, known for lacking any guardrails. It's intense and more metal than the climax version. So frenetic. You know, it's interesting. Oh, hey, Reaper of Things, how are you? Yeah, you know, so I think that this particular track is fast, frenetic, intense. There's a certain degree of like almost brutality that kind of pervades it. And what I find really interesting is that this is like the perfect track for a track that this is a perfect track for a track with no guardrails, because it is just constantly frenetic, and it feels like you are slipping into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Like there's it's just like, get your fucking ass in it and just hook and push and pray. You know, there's really an opportunity for you to suffer and lose, and you constantly have to be like moving. It's not my favorite track, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not a sound that I'm particularly like, ooh, I love that. But for its purposes, I think that that's really tense and satisfying. That, my friends, is the power of nuance. But yeah, really nice sense of angst, which is fun. Katana Zero Blue Room. I played this game last year. It's only been a week, but it feels like a year. Every word is getting longer. The mosquitoes are getting louder. It's grains of sand. It's in a shrinking hourglass. To be fair, Katana Zero's soundtrack tends to be pretty static as well, if I remember. Oh, thank you, Nix. I appreciate that very much. Excellent. That means a lot. Thank you for telling me. The background melody is actually such a nice compliment to the main melody. And then the slow fade. So beautiful. It's really like this moment of like, what has it all been for? What has it all been for? How Will I Live? It's so beautiful. You can listen to that over and over and over. Katana Zero, great game. Although, yeah, great game. I won't spoil it, but it's just magnificent. Really just beautiful. I deal with a lot of synesthesia. Oh yeah, of course. I tend to really experience music differently than other people. Your Guess the Plot of the Game video got me hooked here, but this is the first stream I've made. Well, you're welcome to hang out anytime you want. We love jamming out and listening to music here, and yeah. Someone suggested a Civ 6 track last month, and I think this month too. That's Eternal Blue. And I was immediately reminded of my favorite from the game, which is the Arabia themes. This time, for a bit of a silly reason, it sounds like the verses from Boney M's Rasputin. There lives a certain man. Turns out it's very possible they borrow from the same song source, an old Muslim hymn. But anyhow, it is rather wonderful that such a melody could appear in all sorts of different places and convey completely different moods and situations. 1000%, ma'am. 1000%. Man, Jeff Knorr can cook. I hear it. I hear it. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. Fuck. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. My God. That, another gold star for the day. Just so sublime and so impactful. And again, it's just a stunning build up into that climax where we kind of coalesce and just absolutely divine. Just so gorgeous and deeply moving, I felt. And really like, what does it mean to keep the truck going? You know, what does it mean to change the system? It was just magnificent. Just magnificent. Really just divine. Absolutely divine gold star. Honkai Star Rail in the name of Landau. This is Japard's theme. Second to last of the 1.0 themes. We're getting better ones soon. Cool. I appreciate your mission. I like Japard. Obviously, military might, and so on and so forth. The gloves come off, so to speak. Still kind of a soft guy, you know, a little introspective. Yeah, I mean, short and sweet trailer. I definitely think that it sort of loses a little bit of steam just because it kind of just ends. You know what I mean? There's no like, let's have a development there. But that being said, I actually really like the elements in there. It's charming. I'm looking forward to getting into the more musically interesting and more musically complex pieces from Honkai Star Rail, because certainly I think that actually I saw, you know, the Hoyo Mix chart. Hoyo Mix was like one of the number one most, I forget, like out of China is like one of the most popular things in the West. And Hoyo Mix was up there, but I think the breakdown actually had Honkai Star Rail. Oh, no. I forget. I actually don't know what this person did, but Honkai Star Rail is actually one of the most listened to. Hey, Double A, thank you. You subbed. Welcome in. But yeah, I mean, Honkai Star Rail's music has really changed, which is interesting because you would assume it was Genshin, but it seems like the most viewed content for Hoyo Mix is actually Honkai Star Rail, and I think Honkai Impact 3rd. Don't quote me, but I know that Genshin's obviously up there, of course. With that being said, that was the last of our tracks for today. Today was Friday, so we will not be having a stream on Friday. On Friday, I'll be playing Crimson Desert. You guys are welcome to come and hang out. We'll be playing that all day on Friday until 4 p.m. my time. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Oh, no, tonight, I will be streaming Wuthering Waves update around 10:30 p.m. It's a very late stream for me, but I have no other time to do it. So that'll be tonight. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we'll be listening to the Bastion OST, courtesy of Callie. So we'll be listening to the entirety of the Bastion OST. Really looking forward to that. I enjoy Bastion probably the most of all the Super Giant games. Massive, Super Giant. After that, I'll be filming a video, and then I'll be back at 6 p.m. to play some Crimson Desert upon launch. So feel free to come hang out tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. None of this makes sense because I'm just shouting numbers at you. Yeah. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to be in the know on the pings for anything of the nature. Yeah. And I look forward to becoming absolutely obsessed with Crimson Desert. I do plan on streaming the entire experience because why wouldn't I want to stream a game I really want to play all day so I don't have to feel bad about it. Thank you guys. Be well. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow or tonight at 10:30 or bye.